am I? Have you ever asked this question to yourself? Well, I have. And the first thing that comes to my mind is my name. I am Valeria. The problem is that there are a million Valerias in this world. But what makes me different about them? Is it maybe my way of being, my way of thinking, or my physical? But there's this word called identity. That is what makes us different from all the persons of the existence. Even when this person is so similar to me physically talking. Like twins. I didn't give a deepest answer at the very beginning of who I am, because I don't know myself enough yet to answer that question. And I have noticed that it isn't just me. Do you really know who you are? Some of us may know who we are, but some of us don't. And I think that's perfectly normal, because life is a pathway of getting to discover different aspects about you, as your likes, weaknesses, strengths, dreams, and goals. As persons, we're constantly changing, mostly teenagers, and it's normal. We don't play with toys anymore. Now we hang out with friends, watch Netflix series, and dance TikToks. And that's the stage of life. It's part of growing up, to become adults. In this adventure, sometimes we can get lost. Maybe because of a person, an experience, or friends. But we also get lost because we don't do what we want. At some point of our lives, we lose our course. We don't know who we are or what we want anymore. And it's okay to get lost as long as we get back. One thing that I do when I get lost or when I lose myself is to go to a place or do something that makes me feel like myself again. I dedicated 12 years of my life to dancing. In my childhood, it was like my whole world. I wanted to be a dancer for a living. I wanted to be famous and dance in the theaters. But then time flew, and suddenly I was 14 years old. And one day, I realized that I didn't want to be a dancer for the rest of my life. I like dancing, but I don't love it. That day, my viewpoint opened. I saw new options and tried different activities. And then I found bike. That makes me feel free and adrenaline, and I love that feeling. I like to feel good and alive. Most of the time, we are afraid of trying different things. But why? Because we are so comfortable in our zone that we don't do different. But it's okay and good to do different. Maybe you can discover that you're good at something that you didn't know. Or even better, you can discover what your passion is. Once, I heard these wise words from a Kung Fu teacher. He said, "If you only do what you can do, you will never be more than you are now." Think about it. Parents. Parents are like the biggest influence in our lives. And the most important persons too. They taught us a lot of things that we know. They help us make decisions, and they are always by our side. And mostly now that we are about to choose this pathway of getting to become someone in the future. But here comes the tricky part. What if I want to be a singer, an artist, a dancer? Unfortunately, parents think that these dreams are hard to get. Or even worse, that they aren't gonna give us enough to have a quality life. I have no doubt that our parents will always want the best for us. But what if that they want isn't what I want? What if that doesn't make me happy? Make your own choices, your own mistakes. Learn from your experiences. So the next time, you will know what to do. Society. Society rules us, set us in a standard to follow. What we should wear, what we should do, think or say. We care a lot about other people's opinion, and we shouldn't. Don't let other people's comments to affect you. Don't stop doing something just because you're afraid of being criticized by society. People talk, that's their specialty. So dare yourself to get out of the same line that everyone follows. What matters is what you want, what you love, what your passion is. Obstacles exist and a million, maybe your family, your country, monetary. Fear is one of the biggest boundaries in our lives. But even you put your own limits. So, how high do you want to fly? What is important is that you follow your dreams, what is important is your desire to fulfill something that you have in your mind. Become whoever you want to be. Dream big, because believe me, you can reach everything that you put in your mind. You may not have such a good beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It's the rest of your story who you choose to be. Thank you.